book? Is it nonfiction? Is it fiction? What is the background of the characters? What is going on? What is the plot? Right? Are there any twists that you need to know about? Obviously, as an audiobook producer, you should be reading through the book before you even start production. But during this conversation, the author should give you some sort of a clear direction or vision for this project. You should also talk about, and ideally, you would want to be able to peruse the manuscript before you have a conversation with the author too, so you can take a look at it and confirm the word count. I always stress that, confirm the word count before you start. So that way you're all on the same page in terms of pricing and project deadlines, right? But looking through the manuscript first will also give you the opportunity to check and see if it's perhaps a nonfiction and if there are any tables, charts, illustrations, anything like that, that at that point you can suggest to the author that those need to be included in a accompanying PDF, perhaps. But in turn, you as the audiobook production producer, good Lord, can suggest to the author that they can be put into an accompanying PDF, and then how you as the narrator can handle referencing these illustrations, charts, graphs, right? Because they obviously can't be narrated. For example, so if there is a table or an illustration on page 30 and you get to the point where you as the narrator are getting to a point where you reference the illustration, you could say, see the illustration on the accompanying PDF, table 1, or however it's labeled. So those are things that need to be adjusted within the manuscript for the audiobook producer as well. Any pronunciation tips, if this is a work of fiction, or even if there's maybe perhaps specific lingo or terminology that is associated with the topic at hand, those are things that you want to hash out with the author first as well. If the author can even give you a audio file of pronunciations that you can reference at any time is definitely helpful, or at the very least phonetic spelling of the words that you're saying. I've even had authors give me links to the specific words in or with Merriam-Webster. So they'll send me a link to the word pronunciation from Merriam-Webster. If it's a work of fiction and there are it's a fantasy, so there's made up names and places, spelling and pronunciation is definitely going to help with that, or pronunciation rather. What else? If there's, plot twists. If there's anything that you need to know up front about, how to handle the story, if there's a big plot twist at the end, all of these things need to be discussed. And then also timelines can also be discussed in this conversation as well. And also where the author is, what their direction is in terms of where they plan to distribute, or how they plan to promote the book. All of these things that we have in the poll can be addressed. Basically, I feel like I'm just going off on a tangent. Can be addressed in the conversation beforehand. There was something else that I wanted to mention that is not coming to me now. But this is definitely the time for questions. If you have any kind of questions about, or even clarifying how the contract should be written out, how are you getting paid? Is this going to be, if it's through a platform that does royalty share, is this going to be royalty share plus? If this is a per finished hour or a pay for production book, are you collecting a down payment? Are you collecting 30% of the entire production up front, 50%, 25%? All of these things can be discussed beforehand, and I recommend that they are. This will clear up a lot of issues.